Be free like a bird. I love birds. I actually used to spend a lot of time taking pictures of them. I used to post them on Instagram, but that time has passed. I think there is so much to learn from birds. I think there is so much to learn from nature. And I think birds have a very unique way of living. First of all, they fly in the sky, and unlike a man and a man's best friend or a cat, they have a completely different perspective of life and what life is. I mean, we have to go through this big elaborate process to get on a flight and get in the sky, but they get around quite easily using, the air and just soaring through it. You get me? And when you really take the time to observe birds, you realize that they're living in their own world. The trees are their homes, the sky is their highway. You get me? And actually all of that just reminds me to think bigger. They remind me that there's so much more out there. That there's a bigger world. There are 8 billion people on planet Earth, and I'm living in a country with just 3 million. You understand? There is so much. Let's not limit our perspective. Let's not limit ourselves. There are so many different cultures. There's so many different ways of life, and it's very important that we live for each other. And it's very important that we stay open to growth and adapting so that we can improve our lives. Understand? As I said, I did bird photography, and I spent a lot of time on it. It was really fun. I did it so much that you could point on any bird out there, in Jamaica, and I would tell you the name of the bird. It was such a amazing and eye-opening practice. But taking pictures and videos of birds is incredibly difficult. The things with birds, they're constantly moving, and they're moving incredibly fast. I mean, super fast. Super fast. Just take the time and watch them. And I think that's another lesson. Birds are moving quickly, but they move with purpose. They're always exploring, they're always on the go, always on a mission. Whether it's finding food or building a nest, they're at it, non-stop. As soon as daylight, they're at it, in the morning, early in the morning, they're at it, every day without fail. And that is the level of discipline we should have. That's the level of curiosity we should have. That's the level of drive we should have. Birds have to work really hard to fly. They have to keep eating. They use up a lot of energy. And, in other countries where there's winter and snow, birds have to fatten up for the winter. Because food would be scarce and all of those things. They prepare. So birds have to prepare. And preparation is crucial for us. We need to learn how to prepare efficiently for different situations in our life. And as I said, as it relates to flight and how hard they have to work to fly, we need to work hard to fly. We need to work hard to elevate in life, Nothing comes easy, Them say, if you want good, you know it's run. That's a Jamaican saying. And yeah, essentially, you just have to work hard for the things that you want in this life. You have to intentionally build the life that you want. So, lesson for today is stop limiting yourself. Explore and adapt towards the life that you want. Move to the life that you want. And become who you need to be. Yeah? Cool. A few years ago, my brother Jason, he actually won this book. In high school. A photographic guide to the birds of Jamaica. Such an amazing book. I love looking through, seeing the different birds. I love this bird. This is my favorite bird. The black-throated blue warbler. Yeah. There are a few that you would see around the house here in Maypen. Such beautiful creatures. And it's blue, which is my favorite color, Blue is everywhere. For me, I love this bird, man. so many different amazing creatures in this book. Oh, amazing creatures in this book, yeah? Amazing. Tough. You know. Yeah, that is it from me. That is it from I wish you all the best in this life. Thanks for listening. I love you. I love you so much. Yes, and the song for today is Scatter by Lila Ike. Such a uplifting song, you know. They shall flatter and scatter, you know. Flatter. Yes, that is from the Treasure Self Love album. Such a beautiful album. You know, I love her progress. I love her. She's such an amazing person. And yeah, I wish her all the best too. Big up Lila. Big up Lila. Oh, that's it from me. Big up.